My name is Basiru Lee Leigh, and just call me Lee, it's easier. I used to be a student back in 2006 was when I started, off and on, and then I came back to be a staff. When I was going to college, my major was biology, and then after a year, I decided to do biology and computer science because I was really interested in bioinformatics and how electronics and human beings actually coexist. So that was my main interest. So I did research with Pascalis Pratius. I did it from the university in the biochemistry and molecular biophysics department, which was in Hammer building. So my research was transcription factors, VAP15 and ZAP1 in motor neuron differentiation. So it's mostly about genetics. How many of you guys know anything about genetics? Great, future doctors. Can anyone give me what genetics is about? Wow. Something more? Yes?
Me?
Replication with certain genes in the DNA.
No, I'm talking about in general, like, what are your genes made out of? What is the main idea of genetics?
Chromosomes.
Alright. Alright, you?
Your physical traits.
Excuse me?
Physical traits.
I can't hear you.
Your physical traits.
Okay. Yes?
How the genes become messenger RNAs and then they become protein and then that makes up most of
That's a
the
great answer. There you go, that's what I was looking for. Can you say that louder? That's exactly what we're trying to figure out. So technically we found these genes right here. It's not man-made. I would say man-made because we technically mutated these genes to actually form. These genes actually cause a disease called motor neuron disease. And you guys know by the name of motor neuron disease. It's called Lou Craig's. You guys know what Lou Craig's disease is, right?
No.
He was a famous baseball player and he had a disease. It was named after him because of his fame. And he died from it. So my whole research was based on that disease and to figure out what causes Lou Craig's disease. So I'm going to give you guys a quick introduction. Like she said, you guys know the basic information on what a gene is, right? And I would recommend, don't write all the notes down, just take the basic concept of what this actually means. And the chromosome is the actual structure of DNA and the protein that is found in cells. And you guys know what proteins are, right? Anyone? Anyone? Do you know what proteins are? Yeah. Okay, that's basic. Yeah. Okay, dumb it down. Yes. Make it simple. Alright. I'm not very smart. Make it easy for yourself to understand.
They allow for the body to do your daily processes. Like you need protein. Proteins regularly do your body.
Alright. Yes? Huh? Sugars? I wouldn't just define as sugars. There's phosphates, there's a lot of stuff in there, so you can just say sugars. How many amino acids are there?
21.
It's 20. Yeah, it's only 20, so I thought you had it.
The number of
So technically this is an entire gene, and this is an exon, intron, and exon. And do you know what actually codes our DNA? Is it the introns or the exons? Which one gets cut off?
exon.
Why? Because you guys saw X?
Wait, no, introns, because the introns stay inside the nuclear membrane.
There you go. So the introns actually it's actually spliced off. You guys know about what splicing is, right?
Yes. Spliceosome.
Yeah. So a mutant strain is like an animal with inheritable characters that differ from those of parents. So, like, I don't know if you guys understand. You guys understand what this means, right? Is it a clear definition? And homozygous was what you guys were saying when I say homologous and homozygous, two different things. Homozygous is when the genes are the same and on the same location, or I would say allele, and actually acts have the same characteristic. And heterozygous is when those are two different genes. I would assume, yeah. Move on. You guys don't have to write all this, right? This is just a quick preview for you guys. The later part you might want to write. Like what I was explaining. So technically these are two same genes. These are both homozygous, dominant, and this one is heterozygous. And you guys know what dominant and recessive genes are, right? Could someone care to explain? Is the same hands I can see? Hey, no one.
So it's a gene that you inherit from your parents, either like your physical traits or your.
No, what I mean, I'm asking which dominant and recessive genes. What are dominant genes and what are recessive genes? She had her hands up first.
Dominant genes are the genes that most likely will be like appear as a physical feature, and the recessive is that mostly they're in there, but they're like less likely to appear. And for example, if you take eye color, brown is the dominant, so the majority of people have brown eyes, and the minority have blue eyes, and that's the.
Correct. You got it. Do you guys understand what she said?
Yeah.
So can one of you guys give me an example of what a recessive gene, like a disease that is caused by a recessive gene? I can't call you. I have to call someone else. Yes?
Color blindness.
Okay, that's a great one. But which one is the most famous that you guys have ever done in high school? And it's very, huh? There you go. And that's the one I have. So motor neuron disease, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, technically it's a disease that makes you do what you don't want to do. Like, if you want to move your hand, if someone has it, and they want to move the hand actually doesn't move. It doesn't send the actual signals to that hand. So technically you want to move your hand, your next five will move. Like, how would you feel if that was to happen to you? Like, you'd be confused, right? Yes?
Is it possible to control that?
Excuse me?
Is it possible to control that if you don't want to move your hand with your hand?
No, you can't. That's the thing. The brain signals are being sent to the wrong part. So let's say you want to tell you, because your brain controls everything, your neurons. Okay, let's say, hey, I want to move my hands over here, but then my leg moves. And then you want to move this way, your body moves the opposite way. Like, that's what it does. It sends the wrong movement to the muscle cells. So technically, specialized cells in the brain, in the spinal cord, those are the motor neurons. They run through your whole body, and those are the signals that tells your whole body what to do. Technically, your whole body is controlled by your brains. I don't know how fast the neurons are. I should have researched that, but it's so fast. Technically, like what I'm doing right now, it just happened, but it's sending messages within milliseconds. So in motor neuron disease, these neurons actually die at a very young age, or they degenerate. So these people don't actually get the signals, and they cannot actually function correctly. Like, I wouldn't say normal human beings, but what we perceive as normal human beings. Yes?
Is it connected to MS in any way?
MS?
Multiple sclerosis.
I would say it's closer to Parkinson's disease than MS.
Wait, why is that?
Huh?
Why is that?
Because of the body movement and the fact that Parkinson's disease also affects your muscle neurons.
But,
So, yes?
But multiple
Sclerosis.
sclerosis, it's